I Shalom, go by name Mariah Mop with the Nebraska camp. This is GMS Any Quickening Spirit. And first off, say bless the elect, double honors to the elders, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And we're gonna go out the book of Josephus this time. We was going over the history of how the Israelites ended up in West Africa and ended up in America, so on and so forth. And I stumbled across this in the book of Josephus. This is the War of the Jews. Six, I don't know how it numbers itself, but it's 1, 6, and 2. All right, 1, 6, and 2 in that order. All right. It says now those other people who were at variance with Aristobulus were afraid upon his unexpectedly obtaining the government, because what was going on was these two Israelites who were brothers, Aristobulus and Hyrcanus, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. They were having a civil war when Pompey was attempting to sack the fort, okay, which Aristobulus had let him in, and Hyrcanus was defending it, and he went and hid in the temple. Okay, just an update. Which at the end of the day, Aristobulus let him in, and Pompey ended up sacking the temple. Okay. It says now, those other people who were at variance with Aristobulus were afraid upon his unexpectedly obtaining the government, and especially the concerned Antipater. Okay, Antipater is the father of Herod. All right, Antipater is the father of Herod. All right, upon his unexpectedly attaining the government, and especially this concerning Antipater, who is the father of Herod, whom Aristobulus hated of old. He was by birth an idumean, which is an Edomite, and one of the principal of that nation. All right, one of the principal of that nation, on account of his ancestors and riches and other authority to him belonging. All right, what's that proving? That if that's his father, Antipater is Herod's father, the Herods all the way down to the Herod the Great and Herod in the time of Christ, that shows that that the Herodian line goes through Edomites. All right, which the elders, every time they say that they were mixed when Herod was on the throne. He was a half-breed, so to speak. All right, he looked like an Israelite, but he was an Edomite. All right, so he also persuaded Hyrcanus to fly to Arius, the king of Arabia, and to lay claim to the kingdom. Also, he persuaded Arius to receive Hyrcanus and to bring him back to his kingdom. He also cast great reproaches upon Aristobulus as to his moral. All right, but the point there is that he had great hatred toward Antipater, because Antipater goes back to the Idumeans by birth and by riches. All right, and that's what it says in the preface. All right, if it'll show it down here at the bottom, Josephus. All right, the preface down here. See if I can get it. All right. All right, I don't know if it shows. I don't know if brothers can see it. You know, but the preface at the bottom, if you brothers have that book, it says that this Antipater, the father of Herod the Great, was an Idumean, as Josephus affirms here. See the notes on Antiquities 14, 15, and 2. All right, so that's just to prove that not only for one that there's tares among wheat. All right, that Israelites can look like Edomites and Edomites can look like Israelites. All right, because Herod set up on the throne because he looked like an Israelite. And with that being said, this is GMS Any Quickening Spirit. I say shalom.